everyone, welcome back to another NBA play-in tournament of 2K Sports. This is Son of Beast, and today we are now sending you to the 9th versus 10th seed at the bottom to win to get in for a possible matchup to face against a losing team against the Atlanta Hawks. So at the current this matchup, we know that this happened last season in the regular season, but now it's about to rematch again. Chicago Bulls and the Raptors again at Scotiabank Arena. Seems like this should be a good matchup here in between by the 9th and 10th seed. Not really sure who's going to be better, but to tell you what, it is a tough one to make a desirable questionary right in between the players. Who's going to get the most points? Well, we're not sure what's it going to be. Since we've seen the Raptors this season, they've won against the Indiana Pacers with a great score of Fred VanVleet. And on the other hand, we did tell you that the Bulls beat the Rockets by Vucevic buzz beater shot in the 4th quarter. This turned out to be a very tough lookout, like he hasn't done anything with his team to make a bucket count score. But now, this is about to happen again. The starting lineups are being currently as follows. We have is Patrick Beverley, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Vucevic. On the other hand, for the Toronto Raptors, we got Fred VanVleet, Oak Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and Jakob Poeltl. That's it for the starting lineups. Now let's send you down over to Scotiabank Arena to start for the next presentation as Brian Anderson covers in for the 2K Sports of the play-in tournaments. Brian, it's all yours. Enjoy your next game, folks.
Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys. Toronto shifting younger last season had an effect, and Pascal Siakam said, quote, "No matter what you can say about the Raptors, it's always about winning. Since I've been here, that's who we are, and that's all we do." And Brian, with the 2019 title and the Raptors, they're looking to return to the lofty heights.
Boy, some great young talent, Alan. Thanks for that. And we're in the home stretch of the season. For teams looking for a ring, Grant, what's important right now?
Well, at this point of the year, those teams...
Key matchups are being as follows. DeMar DeRozan against Pascal Siakam.
Got to get everyone across the finish line healthy and fresh, and of course, injury-free. And after that, it's all about the little things.
And now the opening lineup for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Beverley in at the 1. And for the Raptors, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Poeltl in at the center position, filling out the middle. This is the baby hook. DeRozan against Siakam. DeRozan passes to Caruso. Now here's LaVine. Shot from 12. Poeltl grabs a miss. Outside Barnes. Pass to Siakam. The kick out to VanVleet. Over Beverley.
Fred VanVleet.
Assist by Barnes.
Sister Scotty Barnes.
Both teams have legit offensive talent. And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
LaVine finds DeRozan. Here's Beverley. Drops in the layup.
Patrick Beverley.
Taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him. Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Impressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
The shot by Poeltl, no good. VanVleet against Beverley. Down low. DeRozan. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim. This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points.
Now here's Anunoby. In the game against Miami, very impressive. 2 points.
Pascal Siakam.
Every inch of his incredible wingspan.
He's 6'5". Anunoby.
And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Trent?
Well, I really like it, but he seems to be an elite second option. I'm not sure if you want to build an entire
Patrick Beverly. This is by Zach LaVine.
piece to a championship level team.
Van Fleet against Beverly. Van Fleet on the wing. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific.
Jacob Boyle.
I just love him.
Assist by Fred VanVleet.
Caruso outside. Back to Beverly. And there's the call.
Reaching foul on the Toronto Raptors.
That's his first
Number
foul.
4, Scotty Barnes. His first personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Caruso. Colonel with the block. And they're able to recover. And the power play.
Nikola Vucevic.
It's almost like he had a bird's eye view of the court. DeRozan always knows where his teammates are.
Outside Barnes. Back to Van Fleet. Anunoby passes to Van Fleet. It's Barnes on the wing.
Scotty Barnes. 3.
Seeing him make great passes like this proves he's only getting better. Ooh, scary thought.
Now here's LaVine. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Back to Vucevic. 4 on the clock. Right away.
Nikola Vucevic. For 3.
Man, this is just
Timeout, Toronto
These
Raptors.
teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And Toronto calls time here. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
This defensive game plan is easy. Keeping it the same, making them change things.
And some changes here.
New substitution for the Raptors. Number 5, Achua.
And it's Trent in for Anunoby. Back on draft night
Trent
2016.
Jr.
The Bulls trading away their star, Jimmy Butler.
And what a haul they got from Minnesota. Zach LaVine, the headliner, and he's turned out to be a franchise player. It's tough to win one of those type of
Versus Achua.
I don't think it is.
Hey, Jack Jr. number 6. 2 minutes left in the first period. 2 minutes.
Back to Sue. Barnes against Williams. Sue on the wing. Here's Jones. And
Raptors foul number 23. Fred VanVleet, his first personal. Second team foul.
It goes on Fred VanVleet.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that.
Shooting for Chicago Bulls, number 5, Derek Jones Jr.
It was a pretty
2 shots.
Junior, winning the dunk contest, then playing in the finals in the bubble with the Heat.
First one falls for him. Well, the best moment in 2020 for Derek Jones Jr., Richard. The offseason, getting paid.
Yeah, Derek signing a 2-year, $19 million deal. An incredible accomplishment when you consider Jones Jr. went undrafted. He was a two-way guy and played a lot in the G League.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Pass to Achua. Here's Trent. Now here's Young, defended by Jones. Young against Jones. Shot clock at 6. And that one's
Thaddeus Young.
I'm starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
back to White. Williams on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. Williams against Barnes. Oh, and he got fouled.
Toronto foul. Number 5, Achua. His first personal foul.
Layup right there. I mean,
13 foul.
at the line.
Shooting for the Wolves. Patrick Williams. 2 shots.
First one falls.
And a little cutback here. Could be going for a tie.
And Williams drops them both.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Trent outside. There's 53 seconds.
Gary Trent
Good
Jr.
for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Drummond. Outside White. Here's to Sumo. Fires from deep. Achua with the rebound. Three-pointer Van Vliet. Chicago grabs the miss. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own
Derek Jones Jr.
Find a way to disrupt their focus.
While they weren't fighting through screens, their closeouts and rotations were like, you name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Pass to Achua. Some solid defense from Drummond.
Aggressive mindset with the defender.
Let's have the first period of the game. Toronto Raptors 15
And the second.
and Chicago Bulls 15.
We'll be back in a moment. Good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They identified some weaknesses and they are exploiting them.
You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. When you think about it, through the years,
Gary Trent Jr.
galvanize a team and lead.
Fouls on the defensive on Zach LaVine. First personal foul, first team foul.
Patrick Beverly, and then it's
On
out.
the line for Toronto Raptors, shooting 1.
In at the 5.
Gary Trent Jr.
What's up? That's good from Trent.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Now here's Beverly. Here's DeRozan. Offensive rebound. Stolen by Siakam. So it'll be 2.
Chicago foul, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. His first personal
You
foul,
can see the
17 foul.
play whether Siakam's
On the line for Toronto Raptors, Pascal Siakam. On the line for 2.
First free throw is good. Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
Siakam hits them both.
Oh, guys, the city of Chicago is used to the highest standard. The shadow of those Michael Jordan teams still looms large.
Now here's Levine. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Unloads from 13. Shot blocked. To the paint. That's good.
Fred VanVleet.
Assist from Trent.
Harry Trent Jr. with the assist.
It feels like once you get a taste of winning, you never want that.
The
Defense.
reality is,
Defense.
it does end for long periods of time. I hope the fans do appreciate this current Bulls team. There's something to be proud of.
Nails it.
Zach Levine.
On the arc.
They're three.
Levine's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Beverly against VanVleet. Back to Siakam.
Pascal! Yako!
Because he's looking to duck it home.
VanVleet. Timeout, Chicago Bulls.
This opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
The NBA play-in tournaments on 2K Sports is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or get a free quote today at 1-800-STATE-FARM. Ruffles, the official snack of the NBA. And by Mountain Dew. Do the do. If you're tuning in to the next part of the game here of the NBA playoffs, it's underway at the moment. Well, we got the next game. Could be a hard matchups in between by the Lakers and the Thunders. But we'll have to find out later if there's a change-up. That's right. And for the Stanley Cup playoffs, Game 2 is underway. We'll stick around later. Guys?
Inside, DeRozan. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. The Raptors with the lead. VanVleet outside. Siakam outside. To the inside. Stolen by Caruso. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Vucevic. He's covered by Siakam. Caruso against Trent. The Bulls with another miss.
It looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Now Siakam. VanVleet outside. Siakam left side. Good.
Pascal Siakam!
He's got 3 assists now on this one.
Fred VanVleet.
Some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw all the X's and O's you want. The guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass. And when you look at VanVleet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Takes it out to Anunoby. Shoots over Caruso. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And it's Caruso on the tape. Pass to Vucevic. Bean with it. And it's Anunoby picking him up. Lets it fly. And again, Chicago, no good. And VanVleet, a very solid defender in his position.
Not great length, but strong as any BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go, fans. Get loud.
They could really use a basket. Caruso, pass to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the second period of the game. 2 minutes.
And he got the whistle.
Toronto foul, number 45, Christian Koloko. His first personal foul, first team foul.
If you were to give some advice,
At the line for the Bulls, Patrick Beverly,
what do you think that would
taking 2 shots.
Get your routine down. Get your pregame routine. Get your summer routine. You got to figure out what it is that makes your game work. Because it's hard as you get older. NBA careers don't last very long. But if you put your routine, you put your game first, everything else will fall in line.
That free throw good from Beverly. No team has had to make
New substitution change here for the Toronto Raptors.
pandemic.
You were right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base
Number
to
4,
Tampa.
Scotty Barnes. Number 5,
Entire season on the road.
Achua.
It was tough for everyone.
And-
but the Raptors
And
faced
number 3, Ogunanobi.
Chua's checked in for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Trent. Both free throws good from Beverly. So it's Toronto now. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was a deciding factor overall.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
Here's to Sumo. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Levine for 3. Great positioning.
Andre Drummond.
This is the exact energy you like to see from Drummond. He can be a monster on the offensive glass.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Barnes. Siakam right side. Launches it. And
Scotty Barnes for 3.
Barnes is
Pascal Siakam with these hits.
Or be comfortable letting it fly.
Levine passes to Beverly. Oh, what a play! Just calls the block. Pass to Achua. And here's Anunoby. Right side Barnes. Shoots over Beverly.
Scotty
And
Barnes.
now a 9-point Raptor lead.
These are the shots coach wants them hunting down, just the easy makes.
Now here's Levine. Now Drummond. 11 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
Pass to DeSumo. Launches the 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
And one of the reasons they're down right now is because they've fallen in love with the jump shot.
Van Vliet outside.
That's the end of the first half of the game. Let's Toronto Raptors 31.
Done well.
At Chicago Bulls 22.
Higher defense. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Thank you, Brian. As right now, if you're about to tune in with the halftime show, here's how you did in the first half for the Raptors and Bulls. Great start for the show for the Raptors as Fred VanVleet got a great bucket set up for this foot motion. Even playing after drive out there, it turned out to be another layup for the Patrick Beverly drive. Now for the Raptors, they are trying to go back into the offense to play on the good offensive rebounds to try to pick up their momentum. They're going to get this thing done if they're going to try to keep it over and under. Chicago Bulls are trying to fight their way back. They went to the playoffs last season to play against the other team of the Sixers, but they already have been lost and they couldn't make it back in there in time. We'll have to find out if the Bulls can try to survive it. And that's going to have to wrap it up for the halftime show. Time to send you back down to Brian. I'll see you later all for the post-game show.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Chicago trailing here. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Fred VanVleet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Hurdle in at the 5. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Now here's Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. That shot, no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Well, Grant, one thing Levine has done since entering the league, he's taken his strength training very seriously.
No question. I mean, he can play a much more physical brand of ball now. We even see him post up with his back to the basket, converting through contact. It's just part of his overall.
VanVleet!
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Now here's Caruso. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And lead against Beverly. Here's Caruso. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. Over to the left wing.
Pascal Siakam!
Points in the game.
Oh, Anunoby with the assist.
They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
That was another look at our mobile one drive of the game just a moment ago.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. We'll take possessions like that one all day.
Just let everyone come out of the break. 3 straight misses, they need to settle in quick.
Pass to Anunoby. Beverly against Barnes. Here's Anunoby. Siakam, pass to Pirtle. Second chance effort. And
OG Anunoby!
Anunoby's got his first points of the game.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Oh, rejected by Pirtle. Siakam, pass to Barnes. Back to Siakam.
Pascal Siakam!
Points now in the quarter.
And what's working here?
Scotty Barnes, he says.
Only to make the next pass.
Beverly against VanVleet. Caruso, pass to Beverly. Outside Levine to halt the run. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Now here's Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. Stolen by Caruso. And a fast break now for the Bulls. The shot won't fall. Oh, a nice D from Anunoby.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball.
Scotty Barnes!
Their interior
This is from Jacob Portal.
not a good matchup for them right now.
The Bulls have gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts.
I'm on Chicago.
Chicago decides to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. You can't be happy with that soft interior.
Really well done for that one. As we got the number schedule coming up here for game 2, we've got another play in this matchup. The next matchup that we are about to be seeing, the one of the tougher plays in this one of it, we are going all for the Devils and the Rangers here at Prudential Center. Then the next game will be happening here right around the corner. Go right back from the Stars and Avalanche at Ball Arena. Then following for the third game will be the Knights and Kraken back at T-Mobile Arena. And finally, the Bolts and the Leafs rematching each other, which is this arena that you are about to be seeing here on the game, just like the Raptors have their Scotty Bank Arena, which is here. Yep, on the 2K Sports, just like that. The same thing they always has to go with. And that one, tomorrow's matchup will be the last one to try to keep the range out of it from here for the site of game number 2 before game 3. Time to send you back to Brian.
Raptors with some changes. Boucher comes in for Pearl, and it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Anunoby. Chicago making some changes. Now here's White. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
And a major drought needs to find some
Scotty Barnes. First assistant from Pascal Siakam.
Firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives and not forcing anything.
Now here's White. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. White on the wing. Throws it up high.
Derek Jones shoots.
Timing right there.
Assist by Kobe White.
The flush, the whole thing was perfect. Here's Toronto with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Pass to Siakam. Van Vliet on the wing. He has 6. It's stolen by Drummond. White against Van Vliet. Here's the Sumo. There's the triple. Rebound by Van Vliet.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
1:19 left in the third quarter. Here's Siakam. Mary's
Pascal Siakam.
points for the game.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
Outside White. Pass to Drummond. Outside Williams. And a foul.
Toronto foul, number 24, Chris Boucher. His first personal. First team foul.
Get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Out of the line for Chicago Bulls, Patrick Williams. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
New substitution for the Toronto Raptors, number 5, Harry Achua.
He's perfect from the line this time. Now here's Siakam. He's got 14. Trent outside. Williams against Siakam. Back to Trent. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Jones. Here's the Sumo. Guarded by Trent. Back to White. 5 to shoot. From deep. Rejected by
Shot clock violation. Raptors ball.
violation. They turn it over. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with a forward.
Good super slow motion here from Scotty Barnes. And he's got the got a hand on it. Good a tightness grab of the claw. Just like the Raptor claw. It's really well done.
Barnes with it. He's got 12. Outside Young. Over Jones.
That is Young. That's the end of the fourth quarter. Toronto Raptors 47.
At the end of the third
And the
quarter,
Chicago Bulls
already
26.
been decided. Raptors out in front, running away with it. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for Chicago, Zach LaVine out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Caruso in at the 2. Trent finds Van Fleet. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 17.
Fred VanVleet.
Success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
To the middle. That's good.
Patrick Beverly.
The assist by DeRozan.
He finds
DeMar DeRozan.
motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
Yeah, they have a long way to go, but attacking the rim like that is a great way to start a comeback.
Now here's Trent. Three-pointer, Van Fleet.
VanVleet. More 3.
Because of him, he keeps jamming these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Outside Levine. Caruso against Trent. Back to Caruso. Well, Grant, the NBA has led the way when it comes to diversity and representation of high-level jobs. Grant, what are your thoughts on it?
NBA, I love this. I mean, the NBA really truly
First shot. Achua.
whether it's coaches, front
Big
office,
pull.
in the
46.
office in New York, living and embodying the spirit of diversity and inclusion is what the NBA is all about. It's fun to be a part of.
The NBA where everyone is welcome. Levine.
Zach LaVine.
Down.
Check out LaVine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
And what a drive that was. Replay courtesy of Mobile One.
Oh, big time drive and finish. Showing a little artistry on that tape. I can watch moves like that all day.
Now here's Achua. Pass to Barnes. Out left to the wing. The Raptors need to get off the shot. Here's Trent.
Gary Trent Jr.
I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Scotty Barnes for 3.
Well-oiled
Gary Trent Jr.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Outside Levine. Pass to Caruso. DeRozan against Achua. To the paint. Vucevic with it. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Van Fleet. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Barnes. Back to Van Fleet. And last season, new trophies unveiled for the conference finals. Honoring Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bob Cousy, Oscar Robertson. I love bringing up these names again.
I agree, BA. I mean, these are legends. These were those that
Patrick Achua.
to be successful. So the idea
This is from Jacob Poyle.
where and putting their names on it, I couldn't think of anything better.
Here's Levine. The Raptors making their last shot. Here's Vucevic. Oh, they can't stop the run with that one. The Raptors have gotten almost all of their shots to fall in the fourth. 6 of 7. Pirtle, the pass to Van Vliet. And the Raptors get it back. Back to Pirtle.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth period of the game. 2
And the
minutes.
shot goes in.
Jacob Poyle.
Right there. Oh, man. That's good for them.
He says the foul the Bulls. Number 8.
As solid as
Second
Pirtle
beat.
is during the
Second personal.
his free throws for him can be an issue.
BA.
I really
Line for the
During
Raptors.
close games.
Check Poyle.
50% for his
One shot.
He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
A line change here for Chicago. it falls for Pirtle. 1:58 left in the game. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Taylor. Jones with the ball. Pirtle comes with a double. Inside, Simonovic. Got a hand on it. Here's Young. Here's Barnes. You know, RJ, we've seen it for years. The final minute of the game can take up to 20 minutes of real time, sometimes longer.
Dirty Flynn for three!
The league wants to look at that, but you also have to make sure that you keep the integrity of the game. If there is strategy that you can use, whether it's taking a foul or calling a timeout, try and use it. So the league has to make sure that they find that delicate balance of flow, but also allowing people to use the rules.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Raptors.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
That's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And it was a team effort tonight, collecting their 39th victory of the year.
And with this victory, they conclude this season series having
Scotty Barnes!
These two teams played. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Pascal Siakam.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
And so here is Chicago, the Raptors making their last shot. Pass to Ben.
It's the game! Your final score, Raptors win 69! Chicago Bulls 30.
back into the game.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the court?
I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff. We're just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Thank you, Brian. As for this one, comes to a final score as the Raptors are moving up to the takeover battle against the Atlanta Hawks since last two seasons, when season number 5, as the Atlanta Hawks have already lost against the Toronto Raptors here at Atlanta. But it looks like right now, we're about to do it again here for the next one. Well, I'm telling you this one, why? Because the Raptors are seemingly, they wanted to do it again. For the number one to get back into the game, and the progress is that a lot of them has turned out to be ones on the tough throw line. Here's how the points did. There were so many field goal percentages for Toronto Raptors, and 3-pointers were being limited with 62%. Fast break points with 13, points in the paint was 30, and second chance points was 8. Also, bench points was also 20 for the Raptors and 24 assists in each game. Only offensive rebound occurs for 6 for the Bulls, 25 defensive rebounds for Toronto Raptors. They got 4 steals in the game for the Bulls and 7 blocks. Oh yes, they're doing really well out there for the Raptors. Plus the turnovers with the points off here turned out to be alright. Team fouls was less for the Bulls, and only 4 dunks performed for the Bulls. And biggest lead changes was the Raptors, and time of possession was 12-20 for the Bulls. So with that one, that ends the game here with the 8th and 9th seed for the next game here, battling for the 8th seed. So the next one wins will advance toward the playoffs. Other teams will be eliminated. Now it's time for your 3-star players of the game. First up we have here, going forward, is Fred VanVleet. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and only took a good shots in between the 3-point lines, and performance was 19. Did excellent on that one. Did a good plays, set his foot correctly. He did like he did. Now, on to number 2. We have Pascal Siakam with 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and got a 1 steal in the game. Only made a terrific dunk, and with that one turned to be after Fred VanVleet's assist. Like that. 22 performance run was for Siakam, and only had a good free throw line to go make it for 2. He's doing great on his work effort. And your number 1 star goes out to Scotty Barnes. 17 points, 2 blocks in a game, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. Only turning to be a good blocks on a dunkage to put in the run. I like it when he does have his foot set up. He looks at the target and says, I've got it all. That's what my team does represent me to be with the team. And yes, good hand on the claw. He's like a beast killer. Really well done. And 23 performance run. Made 3 3-pointers. We'll have to find out if they can get it right back on the line. Anyways, thank you for watching for the Eastern Conference of the 9th versus 10th seed. As of right now, we will have another one to get back in action here, as we'll get back into the Western Conference to have a look in the range by the highest of the yet. Dallas Mavericks is still fighting along in the game. Could be going in for the win, or could be eliminated. We don't know, because they are trying to fight back, and they wanted to get back in the play-in tournaments to try to stop the run and go with the pressure. But I don't know how this will help, because this could be a very hard one to try to sell up the scores. That might be a very tough one. 69-30 is your final score once again. And I'd like to thank you all for watching for the play-in tournaments. This is Son of Beast, and thanks for tuning in for this part of the game. Stanley Cup playoffs of Game 2 will resume after the Western Conference of the play-in tournaments of the 9th and 10th seed game. So, with that, peace out everyone for a while as the NBA play-in tournament on 2K Sports Style. Thank you, and good night in Toronto of the Claw City of Jurassic Park.
If you don't, somebody will.